just wanted to get the quality settings correct. So we now have a better quality. So hopefully this will be much better for everybody. Anyone watching the channel, can I just confirm that the quality is now better? And sorry for the error. Thank you, Sir Villiers. Thank you very much. Slight technical error on my end. So sorry for the slight mishap, but now we're all set, ready to go. As I say, we should have a cracking race here around Silverstone. Weather could play a good part in the race, as can strategies. Like I was saying in the previous very brief stream, we got your normal medium hard to medium, but then also for the brave, you can run a soft medium round here or medium soft. Soft hard isn't out of the question. Hard soft isn't out of the question. So it all depends on what's actually going to be happening with the weather, and obviously the guys sitting in the pits are going to know that when they're loading the setups. So they're going to be looking at that, preparing what's going to be happening for the race. Maybe somebody might be so kind as to drop into the chat what might be happening with the weather. I'll try and keep a close eye as possible as to the battles on track. Obviously, I don't know the D1 guys that well, so I'll literally be focusing on battles rather than championship standings at the moment, because obviously I haven't been able to get caught up to speed with that. So you have to bear with me on that front, but certainly battles on track. Also, the strategies, what people on tyre wise, early boxing, undercut is powerful round here. But then so's the overcut. You can run those hards very long, go into a set of softs at the end and surprise the rest of the people on the track and see what happens in that respect. ERS is obviously going to be a key part. You don't want to be draining that ERS too early, because you will be vulnerable come the end of the race if you haven't got any left. So, yeah, let's see how this race pans out, and certainly looking forward to a good one in D1. What? Yes, all right, is he? Flipping heck, just leave me alone to do this a sec. Go on then.
Formula One is named as such because the participants agreed to a set of rules where the formula are the rules and the one referring to the fact that this is the top tier of motor racing. The 2019 Chinese GP was F1's 1000th official championship race. If we continue with around 20 to 24 races a year, we can expect the 2000th GP to happen around the year 2064. The United Kingdom has achieved more World Drivers' Championships than any other country, over a quarter of which were won by Lewis Hamilton. Sebastian Vettel holds the F1 record for the shortest time elapsed before picking up a penalty. He was caught speeding in the pit lane in practice for the 2006 Turkish Grand Prix, almost immediately after he exited the garage, just 9 seconds into his F1 career. I'm not superstitious, but in the long and fruitful history of F1, no one with the surname Hill has ever failed in winning a title. Now, Graham Hill, Damon Hill, and Phil Hill are all previous World Championship winners. Hello to everyone here in the crowd. Special shout out to our VIP guests, Lars Hammer. It's almost a given that the drivers on the grid today in kart racing as children, as they were the
Let's see what Sevillas can do on his outlap in preparation for his flying lap, letting cars through. Only a tenth between him and P2. Yuri's absolutely flying away with it at the moment. Here he comes in to start his flying lap. We'll go on board with him. Entering the last final few corners. Get this drive right out the bend for maximum launch to start the lap, which he does. Into turn 1, keeps it in 8th. Tight a line as possible as you can do around there will gain your lap time. Nice apex. Another nice apex. Chop this left-hander as much as you dare to get as much straight line as you can do into the first DRS straight, which he does. And we'll see what his sector 1 time is. He's 2.5 tenths up, so Sevillas is finding time. As now Abrashid goes P3, so he's found more time. Oh, a little twitch there from Sevillas. And if this car stays ahead, there's a couple of cars ahead, he can get a nice little toe down the Hamilton straight, which can really help him find lap time. Keeps a nice line. Oh, the exit was tight. He's got away with it, and he's going to get a lovely toe. And he's already nearly 4.5 tenths up, and he's going to get a toe from the car ahead, which I think is also on a lap. And here we come near the end of the lap. I think he is going to improve. He's certainly going to improve. He's certainly going to improve his lap time. It's going to be a P2 surely. Oh, Sevillas goes to 25.6 into P3. Good lap time there from Sevillas to be able to put himself back up to P3 again. Let's have a little look, see if Jan's on a lap. Jan is on a lap. Or if he is, he's on a second run, because I don't think he's going to have enough ERS left. So let's just see how Jan gets on with this lap. His ERS is low, so whether he's done a lap and bottled out of it and tried to go again, not too sure, but his ERS is low, and whether he's going to have enough to carry him through the lap, I'm not too sure. So we'll stay on board with him and just see how this is going to pan out. He's not going to have enough ERS. He's going to run out. He's going to abandon this. He'll abandon this lap and come in because he's done on ERS. So we're going board with Mihu. Who is also using ERS but is now backed out. Okay. We'll stay on board here with Mihu because he's obviously on a prep lap, and I think he's left his ERS open by mistake. When you want it shut off, that's for sure. He's got it off now. I think he did that by mistake, and that's why he's had to back out of it. And he's put it back on again. Right, let's go on board with him for this lap and see what he can do. 26.6, so he's a good 1.5 seconds off the pace at the moment. The gap, the field is pretty spread out, if I'm honest. Only because of Yuri's time, obviously. It's opened the field up so much. His time's rapid. Oh, again, I don't think Mihu had the best few turns there. Had to drop it down in second gear, which he needed obviously for rotation. but it's going to cost him a bit of lap time. Let's have a look at his sector 2 time when he gets there. Takes the wider line for a good drive out the bend. Keeps it in 8th. That's brave. You could hear the car bogged down though. The car did bog down, so personally I think 7th is needed around there. Nice exit though. Onto the straight, DRS open, a couple of cars ahead of him. He wants them both to get out of the way. Certainly the car on the right hand side is going to get out of the way. Take as much apex as you dare to get on the power as early as you can do. Left hand side, click the apex. Right hand, don't touch it as much, and because you want to stay away from that left hand curb. And he hasn't improved. Well, he has improved, but minuscule amount. So yeah, some of the guys are finding time and some aren't. And we've only got a minute or so left in qualifying. We've got yellow flags in 2 and 3. That's probably cars just getting out of the way, if I'm totally honest. I'm going to go and bold with Tyson because I think he's on a lap. He is on a lap. Let's see what Tyson can do. We stay on the onboard for the qualifying. You get a much better view of actually what's happening. Let's see what his sector 1 time is. Coming up to the end of sector 1 now. Is he going to be up? He is. He's found just over half a tenth. So he is up, looking to gain on his time. Ooh, taking a bit of curve there on the entry. But he has got a lovely exit, so I'm sure that time is going to be going up. Oh, we're going to see the drop down into 7th gear, which we probably should be doing. No, we're not. We're still holding it in 8th. But he seems to have good front end on that car, so he's definitely got a bit of front end grip. Nice line. Can he carry the speed though and not lose it on the exit? He looks like he carried good speed, and he's actually down, so he has lost time. So he's got absolutely nailed these last few bends to be able to find a couple of positions. Probably only one realistically against Abashid. Whether he can gain that or not, we shall see. Is he going to jump up to P6? He jumps up to P5. A fantastic final sector there from Titan, brings him up to P5, but straight down to P6 straight away because Scottish has now jumped up to P2 with a 25.5. And I think Sevillas is on a flyer. So what can he do? Let's have a look on him, see what he can do. See what his sector 2 is going to be. Oh, he's nearly a tenth down. I don't think he's going to improve unless he absolutely blitzes sector 3. Oh, he's gone wide, but you can carry the speed in though. You have gone wide. Need to absolutely tap this now. He's not going to gain. I don't think. He's definitely not going to gain. I can't see him. No, he's over a tenth down in the end. So there we have it. That is your final results for qualifying. Yuri, Kaka and Scottish taking the top 3 positions here in Silverstone. So as we said, Yuri takes pole with Kaka in P2, Scottish P3, Jack in P4, Tronzik in P5, Sevillas P6, Titan in P7, Khan in P8, Abashi P9 and Yan in P10. So what will the race bring up weather-wise? I've got to admit it's looking, it did look a bit overcast then, but that might just be the game doing that, but it did look a tad overcast. And we're sunny again. So it looks like we do have a dry race. See what these guys do strategy-wise. Who's going to brave the soft medium or the medium soft? Who's going to play it safe on the medium hard medium? We shall see. Who's going to ditch their ERS too early and come under attack later on in the race? It's certainly going to be an interesting one. And it's one of the tracks you want to win. Everyone wants to win Silverstone. One of the iconic tracks. A bit like Monza. Everybody wants to win Monza. Everyone wants to win Silverstone. So I'm sure we're going to see an absolute out-and-out battle galore tonight, that's for sure. Just waiting for all the drivers to get setups ready. Waiting for race control to say we can start the race. And we will be off. We try and catch as much of the racing as we can do. Battles throughout the field. I shall try my best, and we shall see how this race pans out. Plenty of places around here to lose traction as well. So guys got to be careful on the traction points, making sure they don't get too carried away and get too heavy on that right foot and end up dropping the car. It's easy to do around here. Few corners you can quite easily get on the power too early and end up dropping it. So I'm sure the guys will be aware of that and a little bit tentative, especially the first few laps. We have Faris in the chat saying, come on, Khan, I want to see a top 5. And here we go. We've got the 5 red lights and we are away. Approaching down into turn 1. Kaka has taken the lead against Yuri. So Kaka's got an absolute blinding start. Yuri's taking it back and there's an incident with Kaka. Kaka's gone off. Kaka's got an issue and he's dropped down. Yuri's trying to defend now from Sevillas, who's had a blinding start up to P2 and Jack's up to P3 as well. So the Alpine and the AlphaTauri, absolutely blind start. And Yuri's got a 5-second time penalty for cutting the corner and gaining an advantage straight away. So Yuri already in trouble. Now, whether the stewards will look at that, whether that can be removed or not, but yeah, I'm not too sure. You know, if you cut the bend and you've gained an advantage, you've cut the bend and gained an advantage. So we'll have to see how that one does actually pan out. I'm just going to try and get up the details of what tyres people are on. So Yuri, Sevillas and Jack in the top 3 starting on hards. Most of the field look like they're doing that medium hard strategy or half medium, unless they do go longer onto the softs. As we expected. I'm not going to put the telemetry on yet. We're going to leave it as that. As Yuri's currently out in the lead with Sevillas and Jack behind him. Let's go on board with Khan, who's chasing them down hard as well in P4. Obviously the field's very close together at the moment. On to the second lap. We've got Divine Eye, who's really done a gamble and gone on to a set of softs. So is Divine Eye doing a soft hard strategy or a soft medium strategy? We'll keep an eye on that and we'll see what tyres he goes on to on his second stint. But Jack is losing ground to Sevillas, which he doesn't want to do, because obviously next lap the DRS is going to be open. He needs to stay within that second of these guys ahead to be able to keep with them. And Mirios already a 3-second time penalty on lap 2 for corner cutting. Wow, that's anything to go by. He's going to be picking up some penalties, that's for sure. And Jack is out of DRS. Jack is struggling to keep up with Sevillas, who is on the back of Yuri like crazy. Sevillas is looking all ready to challenge Yuri for P1. With Jack certainly dropping behind us, Sevilla's going to go for it. No, he's biding his time. Probably best to wait for the DRS to open. People saying calm for the win in the chat. There's a lot of calm friends in the chat. Thank you very much for your comments, guys. Keep them coming. Sevilla's with the fastest lap of the race and absolutely pushing Yuri out in front like crazy. We will have a look at the midfield and the back of the field in a minute, but I do want to keep an eye on this challenge for P1 as it currently stands, as Jack's now brought himself back into DRS as well. So with these two battling, Jack's managed to pull himself back into DRS, which he needs to do. Titan gaining a place on Khan, so that's not gonna please the Khan fans in the chat who are watching live. But we're still on board with Sevillas because I want to see how this P1 battle is going to pan out, or if it's going to end up settling down a little bit. Which, to be honest, it looks like it is settling down a little bit. But Sevillas is going to have the DRS coming onto the back straight. DRS is going to be wide open. It's surely going to be a move here for Sevillas, with Jack not too far behind as well, who has got DRS as well. Obviously, Yuri has not got it. Sevillas cannot do it. So maybe Yuri's got a bit of a lower downforce on that car. It's got a bit more of a straight line speed. But certainly Sevillas did not make it happen that time round. We're going to drop back down the field a little bit. Let's have a look at Khan, as we've got some Khan fans in the chat. Khan currently sitting P7 now, so he's dropped another place to Jan. So Khan's going backwards down the field, probably not what the fans wanted. But the top three guys doing a fantastic job because they're on hards. They're on the harder compound tyre, and they're in the top three positions. So those guys really in an optimum position for the latter stage of the race. And this is what I would have personally done. I would have been starting hards if I was that far up the grid, because you can fire up the hards so easily around here. Let's have a look for another close battle. We've got Kaka, who's right on the back of Avershid, who I'm sure, unless I saw that incorrectly, I'm sure his ERS was already blinking. Maybe I didn't see that right. But Kaka here on the back of Avershid's going to be looking to make the move. Avershid's also got ERS. The two teammates, what they're going to do? Are they going to be team orders here? It doesn't look like it. Avershid keeps the position over Kaka. Both on the same strategy, so they need to be keeping with these medium runners, if not challenging them, to be honest. And we've got a yellow flag, we've got VSC, it's Sparrow that's out. Sparrow's out. Let's go down and have a look, see what's happened with Sparrow. Where has Sparrow lost it? We don't quite know. But Sparrow's out, and we have a VSC. We haven't got a full safety car. Scottish is right at the back as well. He's a major issue. Look how far he is off the lead. Something certainly happened to Scottish as he's just gone past. So it's near the pit entry that Sparrow lost it. So I think he's binned it on the right hander just before the pit entry and probably lost the car and put it straight into the wall. Oh, and Mihu drive through for speeding under the VSC, which you clearly do not want to do. So Mihu in P16 now with a drive through to contend with as well, which is really going to mess his race up. Let's go back on board with Jack, who's battling like crazy now with civilians. We've got 4 of them there who are absolutely close together on track. It's going to be an immense battle, that's for sure. None of them are going to be wanting to be giving up positions, especially the top 3, because they're on those harder compounded tyres and they can run longer into the race. And the more they can keep the mediums behind, the better for them. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1 and 3. We've got a McLaren, is it, in the pits? I'm sure that's a McLaren in the pits. It is a McLaren in the pits. And Mihu, who's going to be serving his drive-through. So he's going to be getting rid of that nice and early, which probably isn't a bad idea, if I'm honest. And we have Jack. Jack batting away, and we've got Tronzik right there now as well, and Titan's right there as well, with Jan only half a second behind, and then a second gap behind Khan. So we've got a top 6, currently a top 6 battle, with P7 slightly out of DRS. So at the moment it is all about this top 6 as to what they can do. Khan would want to be bringing himself back into DRS as quick as possible. But the trouble is, as soon as you lose DRS around here, you're in a world of trouble. And there we have it. We have Jack. No, we have Tronzik making a move on Jack. And that move's done. Cracking move. Cracking move there by Tronzik to bring himself up to P3 on a set of mediums. So he's trying to get these mediums fired up against these hards and put himself in a better position for the end of the race. Jack will want to stick with him as much as we can do. We've got another now yellow flag, which is in sector 3. And we have a... Who is that boxing? We've got Divine Eye in the Ferrari boxing off of his softs already. So a very early stop. Maybe those softs are not working as he planned. Tyre degradation is very high around here, so I am surprised to see any softs, if I'm honest, in his switch to a 2-stop strategy. So I could see Divine Eye doing a soft medium around here personally. Khan's dropping even more out that DRS, and now actually has Touchski behind him, and Touchski's made the move, and Touchski's up to P8 on the mediums. Now Touchski's going to be the person that wants to be hunting down these top 7, get within the DRS and get within that top 7 fight, which he looks like he's doing. He is bringing that delta down ever so slightly. What's his straight line speed like? No DRS obviously for Touchski. He's obviously made the move on Khan. Khan's going to have the DRS but can't make anything happen. Have a little look towards the back of the grid of P14 with Abrashid, who's on the back of Wazar. Both on the same strategy, both on the same set of tyres. Oh, and Wazar's in. He's boxed. He's in already on a set of hards. So, oh, and Divine Eye, 3-second time penalty. What is Wazar boxed for? Let's go on board with him. I want to see why he's boxed off of hards. That seems quite bizarre, if I'm honest, why Wazar is in the pits, or is he serving the drive-through? Did he pick up a drive-through? He's picked up a drive-through, so he served a drive-through. That's why Wazar pitted on his hards to serve a drive-through. We go up to Kaka, who's absolutely all over the back of Jack now. And Titan's got Jack as well, so the medium runners are starting to pick off the hard runners, which, if I'm honest, I'm quite surprised at this stage of the race, because the hards should be coming into optimum sort of temperature and range. But as it stands, the medium runners are doing a good job coming back at them. And here comes Kaka. Here comes Kaka on Jack. He's going to go put it down the inside, and Jan's there as well. Jan's also looking on his teammate to put it down the inside. Has he made the move? Yes, he has done. So Jack has dropped 2 positions in one straight. So Jack, all of a sudden, who was sitting, I believe, P3. Oh, and Jack's... What's happening here? Jack's in the pits. Jack's in the pits, and Titan's in the pits as well. Titan's ahead of him. Let's have a look at Titan. Why is Titan in the pits? off of his mediums. He can't be boxing for hard, surely, already. Is he looking at a two-stop strategy? What tyre is he going on to? He's put on the set of... It's a set of hards. He's not going to take them to the end, surely. And what's Jack gone on to? Jack has gone on to a set of mediums. So I'm quite baffled as to Jack's strategy here. He's going to have to two-stop. He's going to have to two-stop. So we're going to have some interesting strategies coming into play here, that's for sure. And we're going to go back more up towards the front with Jan now, who's pushing Kaka. So again, the medium runners are trying to still use those tyres as much as they can do. But the top two, Yuri and Sevilla's doing a cracking job on their set of hards. They have checked out against P3 on the mediums. So they're certainly making their hard strategy work. We're keeping an eye on Jan, see what Jan can actually do. Can Jan get close to Kaka and pass Kaka? He's going to be wanting to do that as soon as he can do. Make use of the mediums as much as you can do in these early stages of the race. Although saying that, we're nearly at half race distance, to be honest. 3 laps, we're at half race distance already. So, you know, any medium runners that are coming up the hard runners now, they're doing a fantastic job. Because they're not going to be in a nowhere near as good a position as what the hard tyres are. So, you know, if those medium guys can keep them alive and keep pressuring the hard running guys, it just makes you wonder what will happen when they switch on to the opposite tyres. So for example, when Jan goes on to the hards and when Kaka goes on to the mediums, it makes you wonder whether Jan's going to be better on the hards than what Kaka will be on the mediums, because the mediums for Jan are certainly working as it stands. It is the closest battle on field, apart from we do have Tutski now on the back of Khan, who's going to be in the DRS. Khan has not got DRS, so we're going to be expecting to see a move here from Tutski into P6. I should imagine, has he got the straight line speed? Is he going to look to the inside? No, he's going to wait. Will he pull it down the inside now on the left? No, he won't, because Khan goes into the pits to get rid of those medium tyres, and onto the hards, no doubt. Let's go forward again. We have another look at Jan, who still can't quite make that move on Kaka. I think Kaka's probably got the tyres underneath at the moment to be able to hold off Jan. So I think Kaka's probably thinking, yeah, you know, you can get close, but if I need to, I can push it through the bends and I'll be all right. So maybe it could be a time for Jan to pit. He's stuck behind Kaka, probably scrubbing out those tyres a little bit more as Jack puts in the fastest lap of the race for 29.5. So yeah, maybe Jan is thinking now's the time to go. You know, he's behind a hard runner. He's obviously got a bit more pace, if I'm honest. So it might be the time for Jan to box, get rid of the mediums, go onto the hards, get the undercut, and then just push the hards as much as you can do to keep your gap to Kaka, who will be going on mediums. So let's just see if Jan does come into the pits on this lap. It won't be long. We're going to see. We'll see if this AlphaTauri dives off to the right into the pits. Don't be surprised if he does. He hasn't. He stayed out. So maybe he's thinking, if I could just stick with him, use his DRS, and he can just pull me along a little bit, it might help his overall race time. So yeah, I can see it's a possibility to do, but also you could box early and get a massive undercut. And we do have now Tutski in the pits for a wing change as well. So Tutski was carrying damage, which we didn't actually notice. So Tutski was carrying damage. He's gone onto the set of hard tyres, obviously at the end of the race. So yeah, definitely everyone is doing the optimum strategy that you should be doing pretty much. which is medium, hard, hard, medium. So Tutski now out on his set of hards, looking to, with some lovely clean air in front of him as well. As long as his teammate doesn't get past him, which you don't want to be happening. Well, what's going to happen here with the two guys, Tutski and Divine Eye? Is Divine Eye going to let Tutski go, which you would think he would do? But Divine Eye is on 5-lap old medium, so this could be tricky for Ferrari, because Tutski's on the better strategy, but as it currently stands, Divine Eye's on the better tyre. So what do these guys do in this situation? If Divine Eye gets up close to Tutski, are there going to be team orders? Are going to have to watch this closely, as Tutski's already over the back of Scottish like crazy. So Scottish's 8-lap old mediums are crying out. Khan takes P11 off of Jack, and here comes Tutski onto Scottish. That's going to be moved done quite easily, if I'm honest. And maybe now that might have bought Tutski the breathing space he needed against his teammate. Oh, and a big wobble there from Tutski. Oh, and another big one. Yeah, his tyres aren't heated. They aren't heated. And here comes Divine Eye on his teammate as well. These guys have got to really watch what they're going to do here. They've got to think, because Divine's tyres are going to be so much better than Tutski's. So what are they going to... They need to if they're not in comms with each other, they need to really think fast as to what they're going to do, because this... And we've got a yellow flag. Why have we got a yellow flag? Don't quite know. It's disappeared straight away, so we won't worry about that. And Tutski makes the move again on Scottish for the second time. Just needs to get those hard tyres fired up. And Divine Eyes has dropped back. So I think now Tutski's probably in the clear from his teammate now. But that was touch and go from the Ferrari team there for a little while. We go back on board to P2 with Sevillas, who's, to be honest, just sitting there quite quietly behind Yuri. And I think now is the time I'm going to start doing it. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at ERS. So, Sevillas, 50%. Yep, that's healthy. Yuri, 76, even more healthy. So, maybe Sevillas isn't sitting there comfortably. That this is just an out-and-out batter. Oh, and Jan picking up a 3-second time penalty there in P5, which is not going to help his race at all, though he has got a 10-second gap back to Paddy there in P6. So yeah, the top two are comfortable, if I'm honest. Just trying to get this. Tyres, there we go. That's what we wanted. Gaps interval. There we go, that's what we want. Get rid of the telemetry again for a minute. So, yeah, I mean, Sevillas, he's sitting there, but I don't think it's comfortable for him. Yeah, I don't think he's just sitting there and waiting for the chance. I think he's pushing Yuri as much as he can do. These two certainly taking the field apart at the moment. It's whether... Oh, do you know what? Tronzic's going to be in trouble. Tronzic's going to be in trouble. So's Jan. Jan's going to be in trouble. Those mediums will not go to the end of the race. So Tronzic and Jan are going to have to... They're going to have to box again, without a shadow of a doubt. Oh. Just trying to think who else could be in a little bit of trouble. Scottish, I think, could be in a little bit of trouble. Another 11 laps on those mediums. See, Scottish can be in trouble as well. So there are going to be some 2 stops here. So Tronzik, Jan and Scottish are definitely going to have to stop again. Yuri's got to pit. Sevillas has got to pit. They're going long, so they're definitely going to go on to a set of softs. Tronzik, I think, is also going to end up going on to a set of softs. Kaka's going to go on softs. Jan's going to go on softs. Morris is going to go on softs. And Titan can go to the end. So, but Mirios is 15 seconds off of P5, so it's going to be a close one. So the top six are definitely going to have to pit again, because those tyres are not going to go to the end. And Titan, I don't know, Titan could come into play here, but then I think once the other guys have got the fresh tyres on, they're just going to pull away. Abrishi's going to have to pit again as well. Khan should be just safe to the end. Jack will be touch and go safe to the end. Scotch is going to have to pit again. Paddy will make it to the end. Divine Eye is going to be close to the end. And I am noticing, we haven't touched on this, we did say that it looked a nice sunny race, but look at those clouds coming in. It's become very, very, very overcast. Sevillas is in for the softs. There we go. That's the first blood there. Sevillas has gone in and he's made the change to the set of softs. But what is this weather going to expect the other top 5 to come in as well very shortly? Oh, Divine Eye. A 3-second penalty. That's coming so overcast. Is this going to rain? Are we going to see rain towards the end of this race, because it's looking so much like it that it could potentially rain? We're going to go on board with Sevillas and just see what these softs are like and see how much time he can gain against Titan. He's right up behind him already, and expect to see him close down so much through maggots and beggots that come the back straight, it's going to be pretty much done before the DRS line, and it's going to be so close. It's going to be an easy overtake there, and we see Titan totally out of ERS already, so he has drained his ERS, so he's going to be struggling. We've got Tronzik in the pits as well, so that's going to be a set of softs as well. Here come all the top guys making their final stops. That's going to be a set of softs. That's raining. I swear I just saw rain. Did I not see rain? I honestly thought I saw rain then. Maybe not. It's me hoping for it. It's not raining. Oh, it did look like, I'm sure I saw rain there, but no, I'm totally wrong. Let's go back to the front. Yuri still out in front. Kaka in P2. Jan in P3. P4. McLaren. They all going to have to box yet again. Sevillas has already done that pit stop. So is he going to undercut these guys like crazy? Expect to see Yuri, Kaka, Jan and Mirios. They all need to box now. Otherwise, Sevillas is going to pull out an almighty undercut against them all. I still think I'll keep seeing rain. It's raining. It is raining. I thought I saw spots, and I did see spots. It is raining here. With only 7 laps to go, sorry, here in the Silverstone Grand Prix, round 7, we have spots of rain. I'm sure, I thought I saw it the lap before, and I can confirm now, it is raining. Now, what do these guys do? Sevilla's in an absolute blinding position here, and I think the top three are just trying to hold it out as much as they can do until that rain actually comes in. We're going to keep an eye on these deltas here from Sevilla's to the top 3, because this will really give us an idea as to what is happening, because these top 3 tyres, they are going to be absolutely dead, and Sevilla's is being massively on the optimum tyre against the other guys. But that rain's coming down, and how hard is that rain coming down? We do have drivers coming into the pits. We have Khan onto the inters. We have Abershid onto the inters. We have Tutski on the intermediates. Scottish, Divine Eye and Wazza all going on to the intermediates. They've all bolted onto the intermediates. Is it too early, though? Is it too early for the inters? Let's keep an eye on Abershid's delta time against Paddy. So it's at 19.4 seconds. Let's see if that delta time goes up or goes down. We're going to keep an eye on it. I don't think it's Inter's time. I really do not think it's Inter's time. He's losing time. He's lost half a second already. Wow, he's lost a load. It is not Inter, and Mihu's out. Mihu's out, and we've got a safety car. We've got late. Oh, now this. Now, wow. Now, Abershid, bearing in mind he is 21 odd seconds behind, I think now's probably the guys that are pitted on the Inters have now done the right thing, because obviously they've had a cheap pit stop. Well, no, they haven't had a cheap pit stop because there's so much of a gap. So, yeah, everyone's going to dive into the pits and probably pretty much filter out where they were, bar a few places. So, did the leaders miss out on a chance to stop? I think they did. The leaders have missed out on a chance to stop because the safety car was called too late. So the likes of Yuri in the house. We got Kaka in the Aston Martin. We got Jan in the AlphaTauri. Sevilla's on those softs still, I think, is in a very, very, very good position, because I still don't think that's enough rain. We've got no spray coming off the cars. We haven't had DRS disabled. I just don't think the intermediates is the right call. I really don't. I really don't think. And Yuri's in and Kaka's in. Now, are they going to go into... If I was Sevilla's, I would stay on those softs. Yuri's going to go not full wets. Oh, he's serving his 5-second penalty as well. Yuri's gone full wet. Well, Yuri's just absolutely screwed his race, if I'm honest. Kaka's gone on to Inters. Jan is going on to Inters. And Sevilla's is in as well. So he said, no, I'm coming in as well. Titan's in as well, as is Jack. So the whole field are going to be on Inters. And they are, it's just double check. Jack's. Yeah. Jack's on mediums. No, he's just coming in now. That did make me wonder. So on to Inters as well. Yuri onto a set of wets, which I cannot. That's not going to work. That is not going. You are going to burn them out. Yeah, that's not going to work, Yuri. Unfortunately, sir, I think you've just cost yourself a race to win. I think Yuri's going to be in trouble here. Kaka, Jan, Sevilla's Titan are going to be all over you very fast, very quickly. And we're going to have a bit of time under the safety car because the field is so far apart. I think we're going to see at least another lap under this safety car. So while we let the field bunch up, I shall take a quick 2-minute break. And I said I was going to take a break, but I've just noticed Yuri has come into the pits. He's going to be getting rid of those wets. He knows he's made a mistake, and he's going to be putting the intermediates on, and he's going to tumble down the field. Absolutely tumble down the field. He's probably going to come out around P11, I think. He's absolutely made a boo-boo here, Yuri. Absolutely cost himself a race win with his teammate in now, Scottish as well. Why has Scottish come in? He's already on Inter, so why is Scottish in? He's going on to another set of Inters. So did he go too early and he scrubbed his Inters out? But then it's a free stop, nearly. So, call me kid, a 5 second speed in the pit lane. You don't want to be doing that. So Scottish has just basically given up a position for a fresh set of tyres, but he's got to get a bit of a wriggle on to catch the back of the field, because there's a high chance this safety car could be in the end of this lap. Or if they're very lucky, it will go another lap, which is a possibility. It might go another lap, if I'm honest. So all of a sudden, Kaka leading the race with Jan and Sevillas, your top three. And Yuri has thrown away a race win. I don't know if going on to the wets was a mistake. Maybe he can tell us after. It looks like these guys are going to catch the top of the pack. I think the safety car will be in. I think it's going to go another lap. I think it's going to go another lap. Let's go on board with Kaka. Is it going to go another lap? It's either going to be a very late call, or it's going to go another lap. It is going to go another lap. So we're going to have another lap under safety car. Kaka leading the way. We're stay on board with him because we'll see. Oh, we've got Touchkey in the pits. We've got Yuri in the pits again. Why is Yuri in the pits again? That's not going to be another. I don't get it. And Touchkey's gone on a set of softs. But do you know what? That's not a bad call, because have you noticed DRS has not been disabled? So are the softs and his teammate in the Ferrari's done the same thing as well? Both Ferraris are gambling softs. And I think that could be a blinder. Unless, of course, we're right on the crossover, then they won't gain as much. But Divine Eye's really got to absolutely hammer it to catch up the back of the pack. Just go on board with him. He needs to get his foot down, catch up the back of the pack. We need to keep an eye on their deltas, but obviously I'm going to go on board with P1 at the start of the race. But certainly the two Ferraris, and now the Alfa Romeo as well, have gone on to softs. So I think softs are the right tyres, and I think Sevilla's should have stayed on his set of softs. If he'd have stayed on his set of softs, I think he would have had a good shout of winning this race. Unless that DRS gets disabled fast, softs, I think, could potentially be the right tyre. We're going to go on board with Kaka, so the race is about to restart. The safety car is going to be coming in. Let's see what Kaka can do on the restart. Wants to keep it as clean as possible. When's he going to bolt? That's going to be the key. Everyone's going to be on full ERS now, so it's absolutely pointless looking at that. We're going to have 3 laps, of racing. When is Kaka going to go? He's gone. Kaka's gone. You can tell he's gone. Give me a better angle, please. Let's try and get a better camera. There we go. Kaka's gone. He's absolutely dropped Jan already by 1.5 seconds already. Kaka went so early, caught Jan napping, and that's really now put Sevilla's all over the back of Jan. As we do have a... Whose car is that? It's a Red Bull that's ghosted there. Whose car's that? That's interesting. Whoever it is, they've got out of the way anyway. So Kaka now with nearly a 2-second lead against Jan. And what are these softs doing? This is where we need to be looking at. What are these softs doing? Let's go on board with Touchkey, the lead running soft tyre. Are these softs better than the intermediates? He's got a lovely amount of grip there. The 2 Haas cars get ahead of him, of Yuri and Scottish, who'll be wanting to keep him behind as much as they can do. Divine Eye and P14 on the set of softs as well. The Alfa Romeo and P16 on softs. And these softs look like they're working. Touchkey now in P11, in P10. He's battling with Yuri on those set of inters. Can Touchkey now close down the gap to the other Haas driver of Scottish? These softs definitely look like they're working. Let's go on board with Divine Eye, see what he's doing with a set of softs as well. We've got Titan very close to Sevilla's, but I do want to see what these softs are doing, because it does look like the softs are the tyre to be on. Oh, and as we say that, Divine Eye's out. He's put it in the wall. It's not going to be a safety car, but he's binned it on his set of softs. I think he just lit it up a little bit too much, and he's put it in the wall. That's such a shame for Divine Eye. We caught it as well. Such a shame. So we go back on board with Touchkey and see what he can do with these softs. It does look like he's got these fired up an awful lot more. And he's straight on the back now of Paddy. Scottish has got Paddy, so Touchkey looking around the outside. Won't quite make that, but now looking at the switchback. We've got Titan again right behind Sevilla's. Sevilla's has picked up a 3-second time penalty. Jan's got a 3-second time penalty. Kaka's race is there to lose as it stands. Just over a 2-second gap, 2.5-second gap. With time penalties behind him, so Kaka is currently your race winner, but we shall see how this pans out in the final lap and a half of this race. Touchkey's right there behind Paddy. Can Touchkey make this move? He's gonna have DRS in that last. Is DRS disabled? Because they're all blinking. DRS must be disabled. They're all blinking, so DRS must be disabled, and I've missed it. Titan and Sevilla's going at it. Sevilla's takes the move back. Titan did take that P3 initially, but it will be Titan that's going to take it off of Sevilla's because of time penalties. We are on the final lap of the race. Touchkey has got past Paddy, so he is making his softs work, but I just don't think they're right on the crossover. It's either softs or inters at this stage of the race. And with half a lap to go, there's not a lot more you can do about it, if I'm honest. Titan right behind Sevilla's again. Tronzic's right there as well. in the P5 and the other Williams. So Williams having a very, very strong race here in P4 and P5. Kaka's just extending that lead. It's now nearly 3 seconds. Kaka's done an absolute blinder since the restart. He took off, and I think it was the safety car restart that's absolutely sealed his race victory for him, if I'm honest. By the time they got going again, he already had that 1.5 lead. So that's really helped him. Tronzic's all over the back of his teammate. Let's go on board with Tronzic, just see what's happening ahead. But it's going to be Kaka. It's going to be Kaka with just over a 3-second gap. He's going to come across the line. And, oh, he's spun. He's binned it. He's binned it. He's not... Oh, he did reach the line. Oh, my God. What an end to the race. And, oh, dear. That was interesting. And look how close Jack was to Sevillas. And in the end, Titan takes the P2, Tronzic in the P3 and Sevillas in P4 with Jack literally 7 thousandths behind him. How close was that? Touchkey got himself up to P7 on the set of softs. That was a drive on the set of softs. That really was. And what a cracking race we had there. We had rain throw in at the end of the race, and it really threw some question marks up as to what the guys did. You know, whether they stayed on the set of softs. I think if Sevillas stayed on those softs, I think he could have potentially, you know, had a better result than what he did do. But an absolute cracking race from the D1 guys. Fantastic to watch, fantastic to commentate on. Sorry if I was a little bit sketchy at times, you know, just getting back into the swing of things again. But an absolute cracking race. Congratulations to everyone that took part, and thank you very much for having me as well. What a blinding race we've seen from the D1 guys. We're going to round out the top 10s as soon as the lineup comes up. Yeah, Sevillas, you should have stayed on the softs. Yeah, I did call it. Staying on the softs, man, I think it would have done you good. It certainly helped Touchkey, put it that way. So there we have it. Your standings for tonight at Silverstone: Kaka, Titan, Tronzic, Sevillas, who should have stayed on those softs to get himself a better position. Jack, Jan, Touchkey, who absolutely played a blinder going onto a set of softs. Paddy, Yuri, and Khan rounding out your top 10. For me personally, driver of the day, I am going to give it to Titan. Didn't cover him too much, but had a very clean race. Come from P7 up to P2. Jan's also another contender, you know, from P10 up to P6. Touchkey with his soft strategy then, very good strategy as well. But thank you all guys very much. Thank you once again to Divine Eye and Touchkey for letting me commentate tonight. It's been highly appreciated. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow night for Division 2. So yeah, once again guys, thank you very much, and it's been much appreciated. I've really enjoyed it, and hopefully I can get back into the how do you say it? Back into the role of it, back into the, you know, get a bit more used to it, and yeah, hopefully the streams have become a lot smoother. I was a little nervous for doing tonight. Only did last week, obviously, with Thomas. So hopefully you all enjoyed it. But yeah, once again, thank you for the opportunity, and it's been a great race. So thank you very much. And I shall see you guys tomorrow night for, remember, Division 2 tomorrow night, same time, here, same channel. Make sure you tune in. I shall see you then.